Nice Work by David Lodge. Monday, January 13th, 1986. Victor Wilcox lies awake in his dark bedroom, waiting for his quartz alarm clock to bleep. It is set to do this at 6:45. How long he has to wait, he doesn't know. He could easily find out by groping for the clock, lifting it to his line of vision, and pressing the button that illuminates the digital display. But he would rather not know. Supposing it is only 6 o'clock, or even 5. It could be 5. Whatever it is, he won't be able to get to sleep again. This has become a regular occurrence lately. Lying away in the dark, waiting for the alarm to bleep, worrying. Worries stick towards him like enemy spaceships in one of Gary's video games. He flinches, dodges, zaps them with instant solutions, but the assault is endless. The AFCO account, the Rollison account, the price of pig iron, the value of the pound, the competition from Foundrix, the incompetence of his marketing director, the persistent breakdowns of the core blowers, the vandalizing of the toilets in the fettling shop, the pressure from his divisional boss, last month accounts, the quarterly forecast, the annual review. In an effort to escape this bombardment, perhaps even to doze a while, he twists onto his side, burrows into the worm-plumbed body of his wife, and throws an arm around her waist. Startled, but still asleep, dragged with Valium, Marjorie swivels to face him. Their noses and foreheads bump against each other. There is a sudden flurry of limps, an absurd pantomime struggle. Marjorie puts up her fist like a pugilist, groans, and pushes him away. An object slides off the bed on her side and falls to the floor with a thumb. Vic knows what it is. A book entitled Enjoy Your Menopause, which one of Marjorie's friends at the Weight Watchers Club has lent her, and which she has been reading in bed without much show of conviction and falling asleep over for the past week or two. On retiring to bed, Vic's last action is normally to detach a book from Marjorie's nerveless fingers, tuck her arms under the covers, and turn out her bedside lamp. But he must have neglected the first of these chores last night, or perhaps Enjoy Your Menopause was concealed under the coverlet. He rolls away from Marjorie, who now, lying on her back, begins to snore faintly. He envies her that deep unconsciousness, but cannot afford to join her in it. Once, desperate for a full night's sleep, he had accepted her offer of a Valium, sluicing it down with his usual nightcap, and moved about the next morning like a diver walking on a seabed. He made a mistake of 2 percentage points in a price of steering boxes for British Leyland before his head cleared. You shouldn't have mixed it with whiskey, Marjorie said. You don't need both. Then I'll stick to whiskey. But the Valium lasts longer, she said. Too bloody long if you ask me, said Vic. I lost the firm 5,000 pounds this morning, thanks to you. Oh, it's my fault, is it? She said, and her lower lip began to tremble. Then, to stop her crying, anything to stop that, he had to buy her the set of antique look brass fire irons she had set her heart on for the lounge, to give an extra touch of authenticity to the rustic stone fireplace and the imitation log gas fire. Marjorie's snores become louder. Vic gives her a rude, exasperated shove. The snoring stops, but surprisingly, she doesn't wake. In other rooms, his 3 children are also asleep. Outside, a winter gale blusters against the sides of the house and swishes the branches of the trees to and fro. He feels like the captain of a sleeping ship, alone at the helm, steering his oblivious crew through dangerous seas. He feels as if he's the only man awake in the entire world. The alarm clock cheeps. Instantly, by some perverse chemistry of his body or nervous system, he feels tired and drowsy, reluctant to leave the warm bed. He presses the snooze button on the clock with a practiced finger and falls effortlessly asleep. 5 minutes later, the alarm wakes him again, cheeping insistently like a mechanical bird. Vic sighs, hits the off button on the clock, switches on his bedside lamp, gets out of the bed and pedals through the deep pile of the bedroom carpet to the ensuite bathroom, making sure the connecting door is closed before he turns on the light inside. Vic pees, a task requiring considerable care and accuracy since the toilet bowl is low-slung and tapered in shape. He doesn't greatly care for the dark purplish bathroom suite, damson, as the estate agent brochure had called the shade, but it had been one of the things that attracted Marjorie when they bought the house 2 years ago. The bathroom. With its kidney-shaped hand basin and gold-plated taps and sunken bath and streamlined loo and bidet. And above all, the fact that it was called ensuite. I've always wanted an ensuite bathroom, she would say to visitors, to her friends on the phone, to, he wouldn't be surprised, tradesmen on the doorstep or strangers she accosted in the street. You would think ensuite was the most beautiful phrase in any language, the length Marjorie went to introduce it into any conversation. If they made a perfume called ensuite, she would wear it. The house has 4 toilets, a cause of concern to Vic's father. 4 toilets, he said when first shown over the house. Did I count right? What's the matter, Dad? Vic teased. Afraid the water table will go down if we flush them all at once? No, but what if they start measuring water, huh? Then you'll be in trouble. Vic tried to argue that it didn't make any difference how many toilets you had. It was the number of times you flushed them that mattered. But his father was fully convinced that having so many toilets was an incitement to unnecessary peeing, therefore to excessive flushing. He could be right at that. At Grant's house, a back-to-back in Easton with an outside toilet, you didn't go unless you really had to, especially in the winter.